Can you hear me now? This is not an old phone. This is a new phone. I mean, it's an iPhone 16. So it shouldn't be, I shouldn't have a lot of issues at all. And I have good internet. So I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps cutting off. But I don't know. But I need to be on Substack for real. I do need to be live streaming on Substack, so I ain't got to deal with this because this is too much for it to be cutting off every time I'm on live stream. I think because I'm up and coming, you know what I mean? I'm an up and coming live streamer. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. But I gotta deal with it, I guess. I gotta keep the lips hydrated. Hydrated? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that lip gloss. I know somebody gonna be like, "Look, I ain't carry your live stream about 3 times already. I ain't coming no more." But it's just the way it is. It just keep doing this thing. I probably need to live stream from my iPad, but then that would look awkward. That would look so weird. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I need to do, but I don't know. But anyway, tomorrow I volunteer. It's my last day volunteering because the place is closing. And I was supposed to fix a lasagna for the last day, but they canceled that. So I'm not gonna be fixing the lasagna for my last day at the place I volunteer at. So there's that. But I'm gonna miss that place. I've been volunteering there for the last 2 years. I've been volunteering every month, and now I gotta find something else to do with my to volunteer at, because I want to do something that helps people or something like that. So we'll see. You know, you never know what plans God has for you. Sometimes you just gotta go with what falls in your lap. And so I think doing me volunteering and helping the seniors learn how to use their mobile devices, I'm thinking that might lead into something else more probably lucrative as far as money. So we'll see. I don't know. My businesses be going up in the air. I don't never focus on one that actually produces anything yet because my mind be all over the place. I got so much in my mind and so much to do day to day. I really don't have time to sit and focus on a business. I don't have the mental, not the mental. I don't have the brain capacity really to focus on something else. Really, when you run a business, when you have your own business, you need a lot of time. You need a lot of free time. Unless you are, a superb superwoman, superman type of multitask person that can really focus on a whole bunch of things, that's different. But what was messing with me? But I can multitask, but I think when it comes to business stuff, creating businesses, for me, I probably need my full attention to it. Like my full attention. And I haven't given myself I haven't put that kind of attention on something like that to make it be, successful or whatever. But we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm trying to take it easy on myself the rest of the month. Birthday's coming up. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do special for myself, and have fun, do something interesting. I have not been on a lot of vacations, or I haven't done anything. The only thing I've been doing is working. I've been working since I've been 16 years old, and I have not taken a real adult vacation in a very long time. I have not taken no kind of real, no, picture worthy vacation. I haven't taken nothing like that. And I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to figure out what can I do, or where can I go that I'm going to actually like, because I don't like to be hot. I don't like to be too hot either. I don't like to go to places where I'm burning up like a sauna. I don't want to burn. So, I'm just thinking of different vacation. Now, my friend yesterday asked me uh for when we in 2 years, well, in a year, she wants to do a big trip, but we don't know where to go yet. She mentioned Fiji. So, we might go to Fiji. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely one of those people. If you plan something with me and then it gets canceled, I'm happy. I like to go places, but then again, I don't like to go a lot of places. I don't like. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about going the whole going traveling different places is great. I've been to some places, and it's good once you get there. But to get on the plane, do all that luggage check in at the airport, the whole airport thing and all that stuff turned me off. I don't feel like doing all that. That's why I don't plan it, because I don't like doing all the baggage check in and all that, and you gotta take your shoes off at the TSA. They gotta wind you down, or you gotta go in the machine and all. I don't feel like doing all that. And so that's one turn off for me, is doing all of that just to go somewhere. But of course I have to do it if I want to go anywhere. I gotta go through all that. So we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see how that go. But she wants to go somewhere, and I told her I would look we can look into it, going on a special trip or something. And we old. We don't want to do too much anyway on the trip. We old. We don't want to do, we don't want to be out here doing no dancing at no clubs and all that, trying to get people and all. We not doing all that. You know, we not trying to go out the country and go bungee jumping and all this. Do you have to eat poop with your ex though, or is it just the ex eating poop dinner? You have to eat dinner with your ex who eats the poop. You gotta eat. You gotta sit across from your ex and watch them eat poop. You don't have to eat it. They eat it. Does that change things for you in your mind? Does that change things? How is that easy? How is that? You still gotta sit and smell somebody eating poop right across from you. How the hell you gonna eat your dinner? For 3 days, you gotta sit there and eat your dinner for 3 days. So you gotta order something that's gonna last you for 3 days to eat. You can't go nowhere. You can't leave the table. You had to sit there for 3 days. No shower, no brush your teeth for 3 days, and watch your ex shove poop like a machine in their mouth for 3 days. They eating the poop, not you. I couldn't do it. I ain't gonna hold you. I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna watch you eat no damn poop for no damn 3 days for $3 million. You know, I couldn't do it. Cause what if I don't like you too? What if I hate your guts? I hate your guts and you eating poop in front of no. I think not. But there's some people, a lot of people will do it. There's a lot of people that will do it. They will sit there and watch their ex munch on poop for 3 days. Well, there's some people right now. There's somebody right now willing to do it right now. They willing to break up with the person right now so they can get their money for their challenge. If you ask some people right now, you want to break up with your girlfriend, boyfriend right now for $3 million, but you gotta watch them eat poop. Mm. They gotta think about it. They're like, well, relationship on the edge any damn way. Yeah, I'm through. I'm broke up with you. And then, watch them eat the poop, get the money. Hmm. Yeah, it's something else when you don't like the person. You know, it's hard to do a challenge, with a person you hate. You know why you hate them. I'm petty. I can hate you for the smallest reason or whatever. Like one of my exes, man, he put my good biscuits on top of the refrigerator. When he put my good biscuits from the Swanson man, the man that ride around with the truck of food, and I got some of them good buttermilk biscuits from the Swanson man. And I got off work. I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make me some pork chop. I'm gonna make me some of them damn biscuits." I came home. This man had put my biscuits on top of the refrigerator. I cussed him out so good. I said, "You know what? You know how much that costs? You know how much that costs? You know how much them biscuits cost? That ain't cheap. Them eating poo will make you happy." Mm. Where was the good biscuits? In the refrigerator. In the refrigerator. I told him the Swanson man is coming by to drop off my biscuits. He would be home. And he was there. He got the biscuits. Put it on top of the refrigerator. Not in the refrigerator. I said, ain't that about a bitch? I should have known something was wrong with him. When I to the restaurant with him to eat a steak, you know what I mean? I should have known then them red flags. When the waiter came over and the waiter said, "Sir, do you want your steak medium medium rare, well done or whatever?" And he said, "I just want a steak." When he said that, I should have said, "You know what? I don't think this gonna work. I don't think this gonna work. You don't even know what medium well done, rare. You don't know what none of that is. I should have known." I did. I broke up with him for several reasons. It was a lot of bullshit building up to the big stuff. It was the biscuits. He broke the good coffee table I had. He slammed a telephone book. That's how old I am. He slammed a telephone book on the coffee table, brand new glass coffee table that I got from one of those expensive furniture stores, and it broke. And I looked at him. He said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I said, "Really? You really sorry?" I said, "I guess you better go take all that glass to the trash can. Go on, take it to the trash can. You broke it. Take it to the trash can. Don't you know this crazy man didn't put the glass in no bag or nothing? He carried it with his bare hands to the trash can, almost cutting himself. Nope. He didn't make that much money. He worked at the big women call center, the big women clothing, the plus size women clothing call center. That's what he had, a call center job. He didn't make that much money. I should have known then. I should have known then. It was that. It was just little things. Buying earrings, diamond earrings, and you ain't got no money. Why are you buying diamond earrings? You weren't giving them to me. So, little stuff like that just led up to the big stuff, and it was too much going on. I'm like, God, I have yet to meet somebody that is chaos free. I don't know why I attract the chaos and the craziness. I don't know. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just a magnet for just craziness. I thought that was crazy. I said, "Really? You gonna leave my biscuits out? You gonna let your mama bring you a pork chop and she didn't bring me one? What kind of life is this? What's going on? Why is your mama bringing you a pork chop in the blizzard and she not bringing me no pork chop? What's going on?" Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will end it over some crazy stuff. Some stuff that just when it gets to build, I let stuff build up. I am a person that lets stuff build up, and it just keep building and building, and then I'm like, okay, all right, all right, party's over. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you only can deal with so much. Yeah, that's what she did. But that woman was off the chain for Christmas. Yeah, she brought the pork chop, and I told him you can't eat that pork chop. And she bringing you a pork chop, and she didn't bring me one in a blizzard. You think I'm gonna let you eat that pork chop in front of me? I don't think so. Next, I don't think so. I'm sorry, that ain't happening. Not me around. This lady brought me for Christmas. Uh, he had a big old box for Christmas. My mama got you a Christmas gift. I said, oh, okay, that's nice. I said we sat on the couch, and I'm about to open the box. I'm like, oh, she got me a nice big gift. I opened that box. I wish I had a picture of that dress. That dress looked like something from The Handmaid's Tale. It was a dress that covered me up from my all the way up here to my hand, all the way down to past my feet. And it was a corduroy. It's made out of corduroy, and it was burgundy. It was thick. You can't see shit through that. You couldn't see my leg. You couldn't see what color I was. You didn't know if I was black, purple, or pink. That thing was. I said, what the I just looked like, why would your mother? But I know why, because she probably thought I was the devil. Because when I would come over, I would have on, short shorts and tank top, revealing tank tops and see through this and see through that. And, big earring. I wore big earrings. And sometimes I would have my hair short and cut and cute. And then some days it'd be long. It'd be all 30 inches down to my butt. You know what I mean? His daddy loved it. When I would come in the door, oh, how you come on in. You come on in. When I go over there for dinner and stuff, come on, sit right here by me. Come on, sit. And I would sit by him and all that. His daddy loved it. But she didn't. She didn't like the way I was dressing. She was like, mm. Trying to get me to go to Bible study. He would get so upset. Oh, my mama said, you got everybody asking questions because you won't show up to Bible study. I said, I ain't tell you I would be going to church like this. I ain't tell you that. I ain't promise you I was going to church like this. I can't do that. It was a hot dress, hot, and definitely not in a good way. Yeah, she told me too. She pulled me to the side. She said, he's not good with his hands. I said, what? What? Why are you downing your son in front? Why you telling me? Why you saying that about your own son? She said he's not good with his hands. I ain't know what she meant by that. I was like, he's not good with his hands. What is she talking about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, lady, I don't know what is up your sleeve and what you got against me, but I think it was just the outfits I was wearing. She wasn't used to all that, all this hanging out, bang, 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 coming in the door, bounce, 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 bounce. She probably was like, oh, God, Lord, please send him a sanctified woman because this ain't it. This woman, she probably seen these things, no, 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 and she probably like, oh, no, you got to go. But, he liked it. He liked it, so, you know. Mama, you lost that round. You lost that round for a while, for a good minute. I told him, you either you gonna talk to me or you gonna be dating your mama. Are you dating your mama or are you talking to me? Who are you? Which one? Because we supposed to be together. Why are you calling your mama for this, that, and the other? Why you calling her? You supposed to talk to me. Talk to me, not your mama. If I gotta explain it to you, we already at a crossroads, and I think it's about to be over. Hmm. Yeah, the mamas have a hard time releasing their sons from their womb. They want to hold on to their sons for dear life, but that's not good because when you hold on to them like that, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to treat nobody right. They only know according to their mama. They don't know nothing else. So you have to let go. What were you up to this week? Were you mad because I wasn't on live stream? This week I was just working over, doing a lot of work. But if somebody want to take me on vacation, let me know. I'll be ready to go. You know, all you gotta do is say, "Hey, I want to take you on vacation." You say where, I say when, and then we go. But I've been working. I've been working overtime. I've been working late at night, getting my work done. I crash out in the bed and I fall asleep. That's it. That's what I've been doing. Work, 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 crash. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just working my. Just be up here typing, doing my stuff. I work both in the home, at home and in the office. But right now I'm not in the office because somebody stole my car. So I don't have a car right now. So I have to work from home right now. Unfortunately. So I work from home right now until I get that vehicle, till I get that new whip. And I've been looking at the cars online. The prices, the prices, the prices, the prices, the prices. The prices are so high. Do you work from home? Do you like work? Um, do I like working from? I mean, it's good. It has its ups and the only downside is that um, you don't get to really talk to a lot of people. But in my position, I don't have a lot of people at my office that work within my group. All my group lives in different states, so none of my coworkers, immediate coworkers, even work at the office. I ain't no Hellcat. Do I look like a Hellcat driver whipping in here, having the engine roaring in the morning? Ain't nobody driving that. That's a death trap. All you gonna do is get it stolen. I had a Mazda. Somebody stole a Mazda, a family car. You know, I thought a Mazda was like low key safe. Ain't nobody stealing no Mazda, but apparently they are. I could live in Costa Rica and be rich. Let me know. I got two kids, but they basically adults. Let me know the details. What am I gonna be doing in Costa Rica though? What kind of job am I gonna be doing? Do I need a job? Do I need a husband? Send me a husband. Send me a husband about 6'3". Send me a husband first. 6'3". You know, um, uh, exactly what you doing. This ain't making me no money. This ain't making me no money. I don't know why y'all think I make money off of YouTube. I'm not making no money off of YouTube. This ain't. This don't pay nobody. Not me. I don't have enough subscribers. And I don't have enough people watching my videos. I'll be working the same job. But see, not all jobs you could take and work anywhere. You have to ask permission. You have to do a lot of stuff um to work in a different country, different place. You talking about my job? Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, I don't think Costa Rica might not be on the list for places we could work. We have offices in Singapore, London, China, places like that. Really? Oh, I can do that now. I need to get a house. Yeah, let me get a house in Costa Rica. Yes, to send me to the real estate person so I can get a house. I need a husband too. Do the Costa Rica does that come with a husband too? Well, yeah, transfer or relocate. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I could live somewhere else. I mean, I could. I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna need a husband though. I need security. You know what I mean? I need a 6'4", a man with heavy feet. I want a man with heavy, heavy feet, so that when something go wrong, he can kick ass. You know what I mean? I don't want no thug. I don't want no thug. I don't want nobody thugging in the street. I don't want all that. But somebody that can put a foot on somebody's neck, that's what I need. But what I'm thinking is I can't leave until they're on their own. When they're on their own, then I can leave. When they're fully on their own, then I can leave. They'll treat me like I'm no, I don't want them to treat me like I'm rich. I don't want them to treat me like I'm rich because I don't want nobody asking me for no money. I don't want none of that. I'm just like y'all. I'm barely scraping by. I only got $2. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want nobody thinking I'm rich. Mm-mm. I don't want nobody thinking I'm rich at all. I'm not rich. I'm trying to get this piece of bread. I'm trying to make these 2 pieces of bread last a week, just like y'all. No choice. Once they see you American, yeah, that might not be the place for me then, cause I ain't got time for that. I ain't got the time for people nickel and diming me for some money because they think I'm American. They're like, oh, and then how you gonna think I'm American? I'm be like, no, 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 no. I'm one of y'all. What they call what they call the Costa Rican people? I'm be like, I'm one of y'all. I'm one of y'all. I'm not from America. I have no idea about the American people. I have no idea. I'm from here. I'm from here. Treat me like one of y'all. I'm from here. I'm not from there. You got to mingle and mix in with the people. Costa Rica. Yeah, yeah. I need to mix in with the Costa Rican people. Eat the food and all that. And when they ask me, I'm saying, oh no, no, I have no idea. I have no idea about American people, American life. I have been living here. You know, I'm one of you. I just came back home. I haven't been here since I was a baby, so I'm here. To refresh my roots. That's why I'm here. Don't mix me up with American people. I'm just here to refresh. Get in tune with my history, my ancestors here. Yeah. That may be a place. That may be a place I could do. I could do. I had to look into it. Keep going out. Keep going. What you talking about? Keep going out. Yeah, I'm a see. There's a lot of places I may fit into, like uh, um, different parts of Africa. I might fit into. I don't know if I'm a tropical person or I don't know. I ain't got no accent. I ain't got no accent. I'm not gonna talk like this. And I don't even have an accent really. I talk just regular. I'm gonna just talk regular and just a matter of fact, I'm gonna be mute. I'm not gonna talk that much. So when people ask me questions, I'm just gonna be like, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do the whole time. I don't know. I don't talk. I don't talk. I don't know nothing. hmm I have a twang to my speech. What you talking about? I'm not from down south. I ain't got no twang. I don't have no country accent. I don't have none of that. I don't have no twang, no none of that. I'm from Indiana. We talk like up north. We talk like up north people. That's how we sound. I don't have no particular accent or anything like that. I'm up north. I mean, I'm just lean into it. What you talking about? Lean into what? We don't have accents here. Oh, nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me do some exchanges over in Costa Rica. Let me go set up a house. Can I? Now, the question is now from here, can I buy a house while I'm here? in Costa Rica. Also, how many hurricanes do Costa Rica have? Do y'all have hurricanes there? Is a lot of hurricanes and stuff, floods or natural disasters and stuff? What's going on? I don't want to be, in a place where it got a whole bunch of natural disasters and floods and hurricanes. That's another reason why I don't travel a lot. You from Chicago. Mm. But Chicago people do have an accent. You can't own land. Just a house. Chicago people have a broken New York accent. That's what that is. It's a broken New York accent because New York and Chicago kind of their cities are kind of, to me, they kind of alike, except Chicago people have more patience. They have more patience. New York people ain't running through the streets. Hmm. Fine, I got an accent. If y'all say I have an accent, I never heard it. But if y'all say so, I don't know. I talk like me. I guess I do. I've been in Indiana long enough. I'm not from Indiana, but I've been here long enough that I probably do. I sell crutches. What are you talking about, Lamont? What are you talking about? I strive to not have I try my best to talk with um I don't know what y'all talking about. Hmm. I haven't had nobody say anything to me in person about my accent, how I talk. Let's hear you say. Why you want to hear that? Why you want to hear that? I like Swanson biscuits. I do. I do like Swanson biscuits. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I got accent. Whatever. It is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. You detected my accent from what I said about the biscuits. But I guess we all say things differently. Cause I still say soda. And some people say pop. I say soda, you know. It's my delivery. Hmm. It might be. I've been around old people a lot my whole life. I've been hanging around my grandma and all them. Thank you, Lamont. Thank you. Now, people have called me before, and then when I'm on the phone, they think I'm a child. I remember answering the phone at my mama's house when she had an actual phone, a telephone, and somebody said, I don't know, I was a grown person. Somebody said, honey, can you put your mother on the phone? Honey, can you put your mother on the phone? I'm like, ma'am, I'm an adult. "Mm, honey, can you put your mother on?" I'm like, ma'am. Mm, to somebody you met in Washington told you. Yeah, everybody hear things differently, I guess. So Down in Georgia, my cousin, my daddy's brothers and stuff, they got the strongest country accent I ever heard in my life. I could barely understand what they was talking about. I had to, what you say? What are you saying? They got some strong country accent. I mean strong. And they've been talking like that forever, all their life. So, I couldn't understand them. They was down there, they was doing some strange. I went down there. And everybody's like, your uncles and stuff is in the back. I said, in the back. All right. I walked to the back. They all standing around, smiling big. They got the biggest smiles I've ever seen. They smile. They smile real big. They back there trying to figure out how to cut up this watermelon. I said, damn, that look like a good watermelon. Oh yeah, it's good. It's gonna be good. I said, oh, trying to figure out how to cut it open. I said, yeah, they real country. Oh yeah. I'm now my one of my uncles down there. I went to his he said, come past my house. I said, okay. So we all decided to go past his house. So we driving through some old houses and stuff, and I'm like, oh, he live in an old, he live in a small old house or something. We kept driving. All of a sudden, we went through these old houses didn't look like nothing. All of a sudden, we went up this hill, and when we looked over, we all we seen was these big like mansions. I said, "Hold on, we gonna turn on the wrong damn street." I know he don't live over here. I said, "Let me check the GPS." Look over the GPS. Hold on, it says his house is the next house. I said, hold on. That cannot be his house. I know he ain't got this house. Soon as we rolled up, he's standing outside. Hey, cuz! Hey, cuz! I said, oh my God. Oh my God. So he was he was yelling at us out the driveway or whatever. And I said, I know this ain't your damn house. I know this ain't your house. How come my daddy never told me you had a house this big? He never told me you had a house this big. This house was so big. I said, "Oh my God, you live in a damn mansion." And he just smiled and smiled and smiled. I said, "You live in a man? Do you know you live in a mansion?" He said, he said, yeah, it's a big house. I said, but you live in a mansion. Do you know you live in a mansion? We went in there, we just looking around, just starstruck, like, oh God, the ceilings are so high. Oh my God. Just walking around. Oh God. And then his wife come out. I said, oh. And he said, oh yeah, she's a what is she? Some type of nurse, health, something. I don't know what she was. Whatever it is, she had a good position, and he's a truck driver. I said, yeah, you better keep her. You better keep her. You better keep her around. Cause I know she the reason why you got this big ass house. This house is huge. Even my mama was with us. My mama, uh, everybody. Cause my father had passed away, and we had went down there to visit them in Georgia. All of us went down there, and uh, uh, my mama was like, "Damn, this is a big ass house. Oh my God." Truck drivers make good money. Do they? I ain't know they make that kind of money. Maybe it was because of him. I don't know. But she had a good job. So I guess the two good incomes together, me, had them buy that big or allow them to buy that big house or whatever. But I thought that was crazy. I said, damn, we got rich people in the family or something. I don't know. We would just couldn't believe how big the backyard was, like a stadium. I said, "Damn!" I said, "What the hell you gonna do with this backyard? This backyard is huge. Oh my God, like a football field." I'm standing there like, "Dang, this is a nice house." They got some nice houses in Georgia, but I wouldn't want to live down there. I wouldn't want to live down there. Thank you, Big Will. Thank you. Yeah, my dad was the glue down there that brought all his brothers and stuff together. all of them, and then they kind of all don't, I guess, talk as much because he ain't here. Sometimes when the main, the neutral person in the family is gone, it kind of, makes the spark go away. Hey, Richard, how you doing? So I don't know. I don't know if they all really talk to each other like that. Do y'all have family reunions? Nope, nope, nope. I haven't had a family reunion in years. I mean, they probably get together down there, but they don't. I'm not included in that stuff. Nobody tells me about it. Yeah, yeah. He was the funny man. You call him and you be laughing for hours. Somebody you could laugh with. Laugh till you cry type of laughing. You know what I mean? So when he would come in town and go visit them and stuff like that, they gonna have a good time because he laughing and keep you laughing until you cry the whole nine. It's very rare to meet somebody that is full of joy and happy like that. Despite whatever's going on in their life, they always happy. My daddy always smiling. He was always smiling. He had that little gap. He had that little gap in his teeth or whatever. He didn't give a damn. He was smiling. He was smiling all the time. Just cheese big. Yeah, me and my daddy used to cut up. We used to be laughing. Oh God, we would have people crying. You know what I mean? When we get together, we used to get together and be around his friends and stuff. Oh, they be rolling on the floor, just dying, just dying. It was a good time. Yeah, everybody from the South. I have family in Arkansas, family in Georgia, Tennessee, places like that. Yeah, yeah, we like to laugh and have fun. We a friendly group of people. Friendly group of people. Some people have chaos and craziness, but for the most part, we all like to laugh and have fun, eat together and that kind of stuff, and celebrate together, all that stuff. A lot of families don't do that these days. They don't have those get-togethers and the picnics, the parties, the whatever. We don't do it as much as we used to, because we used to do a lot because the other part of my family is no longer here. My grandma, and my grandpa, who used to, bring people together, both sides of, the family together a lot through parties and events and stuff like that. And so now that they gone, no, all of us don't get together like we used to. hmm Get away from all that racism stuff. Yeah. You know what? No matter where you try to run to, the racism just everywhere. I don't know. I guess it's worse in some areas than others. Of course. You should. Big Will, that is a good idea. That is a good idea to get everybody together and plan a party. I could. I could. I haven't thought about that. My grandma used to be the central head of all that stuff. And I did not take none of that stuff on. Once she was gone, I was like, oh, well, no more parties. See y'all the next lifetime. All the parties stopped. I could. I could easily do that. I could. I'll think about it. That's a good idea, Big Will. That's a good idea. Now, some of us don't like each other. So we got a problem there. Some of us don't like each other at all. So, I only can bring, the people that are sane. The people that cause the ruckus, the family members that cause all the fights and the arguments and stuff, you can't bring them. You can't bring them around. Cause I'm all about peace and positivity. I don't want the argument and the craziness. Cause I got the kind of family members, they remember stuff from years ago. Soon as they get in the room with each other and they know they don't like each other, they'll bring up something from 1972. Oh yeah. Oh, there you are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember what you stole my sweet potato pie recipe. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what I knew it. And they be ready to fight over something stupid like that. I got them kind of family members fighting over a recipe, a man. Uh, you did something to me in high school type of stuff. That's what they do. They bring up that old stuff. They be ready to box, knowing they too damn old and they on too many medications to be sitting there trying to fight. The other person. The other person barely making it. Either one of them. We got a lot of diabeticals in the family. We got diabeticals in the family. The sugar hanging on the thread right now in their body. You know what I mean? It's not easy to bring those kind of people together that cause a lot of ruckus and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a good idea. I put it in my I put it in my back pocket, and we'll see. And that's doable. But you know what? They like to be at picnics and stuff. And that's probably a good idea, really. Take them out in the wild, take them out in the wild and among the grass so they can, move and whatever, so they can graze the area. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Take them to a picnic area, a park or something, where they can be as loud as they want, so they can be, loud and, you know, but I need security. I would need security. Mm. Plan a water park day. A water park day. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Hmm. I mean, it's a good idea, Will, but then I'm gonna have people fighting over well, what to cook. You know what I mean? You know. You know what? I could tell them to bring their best dish. Yeah, I ain't got to eat it, but I could tell them all to bring their best dish, and it'll make everybody feel, have a part of it or something. Yeah, it could be a potluck. Yeah, it could be a potluck among them. Now not all of them are great at cooking. No, they ain't all great. But yeah, make it a potluck picnic. Yeah, bring your 15 children and all that, whatever you got going on. Um this feel like something I gotta write down on paper. I gotta write this down. I gotta write this down. So you want me to have a picnic, a potluck. You know what? Should I make some t-shirts too? What you think? They can try your lasagna. No, I don't want to try my lasagna because I don't want nobody asking me to make it. They the kind of people that once they like something, they sit down, they dig their fork in it and be like, "Who made this? Who made this? Who made this?" And you like, "Oh, I made it." Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need you to make me a pan by Sunday. I need about 3 pans of this by Sunday. I pick it up. I pick it up at 2 o'clock. You like, oh, I don't have time. Yeah, yeah. I just need the 3 pans. And then if I say no, then my mama will come through well, you can't, you gotta make it because she really likes that lasagna and she needs it for she needs it on Sunday. So you gotta make it. Don't let her down. Don't let her down. So my mama is an instigator in that situation because she'll, try to force me to go ahead and make it and all that kind of stuff. All that mac and cheese, that's a fight. That's a fight right there. That mac and cheese, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I might have to tell people don't bring the mac and cheese because, they all will bring their version of mac and cheese. And we got people who use soft shells. You know them shells? You know them crab shell, look like seashells in their macaroni cheese. You got people trying to do that. You got people trying to put breadcrumbs on the macaroni and cheese. You got people trying to do something new and all that to the macaroni. We don't need all that. Yeah, I might do the family T-shirt. When the last time you seen that with the family name on the shirts and stuff like that? And the family tree on the back or whatever. But see, some of them don't know who their daddy is and stuff. So, I don't. I'm having a hard time making a family tree on the back of the shirt. Maybe I just make it for the first couple of immediate people in their immediate family or something like that. I don't know. I may not put a family tree. That may start some controversy. Some scandal. Somebody don't know who their daddy is or something. I don't know. So I may not do that, but I may just put like a family saying on there or something. A family T-shirt. I think that'd be cute. Family T-shirt to wear. But then I gotta order the T-shirts. I gotta get them to tell me their sizes. And you got a couple people, they'll tell you the wrong size on purpose. Then when they get the shirt, my shirt don't fit. Well, this is the size you told me, but the shirt don't fit. Ma'am, you told me you wore a medium, and by the looks of it, you needed a 3X. You you needed a 3X, and you told me you wear a medium. We got family members like that, you know. I got family members that they'll probably say, "Well, who all gonna be there? Who all?" I can't give you a list of who all. Either you coming or you not. You coming to the picnic or not? I don't know what to tell you. Make it a cotton blend, cause down south. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. Cotton blend T-shirt. Yeah, I got some family members that's in denial about their size. They don't know what size they are. You know what I mean? And they will definitely play that game of, oh no, I wear a medium. Knowing, knowing they can't get one thigh in a medium. They can't get no one thigh in no medium. They know they need 3, 4, 5X. If you can barely get in and out your car, you need a 5X. You need about five. Don't fake it. Don't you know? You need a five. You need about 5X. Maybe two shirts. Sewn together. I don't know. I don't know what you need. Just come with the truth. Be truthful. We all family. Be truthful. Just say you need a curtain. You need a curtain or something. I'll do that for you. They want to be fitted, not loose like men. Some of them don't need no. They don't need no fitted shirt. Some of them don't need no fitted shirt. I'm be honest. They don't need no fitted shirt. No, they need loose. They need a loose shirt. The bigger the better. To be honest, the bigger the better. I don't want to see all your rolls. You know, standing over the potato salad. I don't want to see all your rolls. Standing over the potato salad and all that. I don't want to see all that. Cover it up. Cover it up. Cover it up. The kids don't need to see all that. The kids don't need to see all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Swanson biscuits in a t-shirt. Now you get that medium and you put it on and you come to that picnic and you know you need